Okay, going to take a moment just to share my current plucking technique. Now, over the years, I went through a lot of different plucking styles. I started playing the harp outward, and from what others told me, and I figured this out for myself as well, you don't get as good as tone out of the harp, and you don't get as good as play out of the harp playing it outward. So I switched to inward style, and I would play moving my entire arm. I'd play using my thumb. I tried playing like this. When I pluck like this, I found the tendency is as you start playing faster and trying to play more dynamically, the hand will pivot from this, which isn't very ergonomic as it is, to this, and you start plucking downward, you start getting that clink. So that style wasn't very good for me either. The thumb technique I did okay with. And then I started seeing people playing Morchang, and I've been getting into Morchang more and more from like a rested position like this. Now, I have kind of a wonky finger. I have one finger that's shorter than the other due to an accident that was in high school. The bone was broken and then it slid back and then healed. So I have one finger that's a little bit shorter. This is the best I've done so far. This is my most efficient technique, and I found that moving my entire hand, it fatigues a lot faster. I play for sometimes for very extended periods of time, very long periods of time, and playing with your hand, moving your entire hand, I'm moving all these extra muscle groups I really don't need to move. So I've been playing more and more from the rested position because not only do I feel it provides me a more control of exactly where I want to contact the trigger. Some triggers are at a 90 degree, some are recurved a little bit, some are outward a little bit. I can, just by making a small adjustment to where my grip is, I can hit the harp consistently exactly where I want. I have a high level of control. And I do this from our standard grip, thumb back, middle finger in front, and then the pointer finger, I go right in front of the harp. And kind of, I like to relax. Like if I were to be holding a pencil or a pen or a fork, it's a relaxed grip. Now, I haven't had good results from putting my finger on top because what I'm doing is I'm putting backward pressure, the harp, light backward pressure toward me. And if my finger's on top, I'm not applying that pressure. I have to apply pinching pressure, which begins to close the harp and begins to close this top gap down. I don't want that. And I don't want to have to sit there and squeeze hard because that's not very ergonomic to apply downward pressure so that I can apply backward pressure. So I'll rest my finger right in front and I don't have to pinch the harp at all because we never want to pinch the harp because we're pinching the frames together. Even if they're not getting clicks, if you start pinching the harp together, you're changing the gaps on at least one side, causing shrillness. So I put my finger right in front and we have this cup right here. I use this cup of my hand to hold my pinky finger and my middle finger. Now, if I have a harp with a shorter trigger, I might choke up a little bit. If I have a harp with a longer trigger or something where I need a little bit more reach, I might adjust my grip down and feel around. And I can consistently hit a harp better from this position, I think. And at first I started just touching my cheek, and then if I want to play fast, I can do circular motions. And it's a really nice dynamic pivot point because I'm not flexing all these muscles in my bicep and my arm and my forearm. I'm not causing what I used to get elbow fatigue moving my entire arm. I'm just flexing the muscles I need to. And if I'm more efficient, more comfortable in my play, I found that my songs are going to be better because if you have experienced discomfort during your play, it pulls you out of the music and that discomfort translates into your music. And it's just better if you're comfortable and more efficient. And I found I can get excellent, really super controlled mutes from this position from two fingers inside here and just feel around where it's best for you. I have to choke up just a little bit more because I got one little finger. I can pluck, if I want to get really hard plucks, I can pluck clear to my cheek. I can do a circular pattern. I can also get my mutes slapping my frame here. And I found that I get better mutes from this rested position because I'm controlling all the way down. If I'm moving my whole hand, plucking and moving my hand, or if I'm trying to mute with my middle finger or my thumb, I'm having to adjust this grip. And anytime I adjust this grip, sometimes things get wonky, things get out of alignment. So I really have a good result doing my percussive mutes and also my slide mutes from this rested position because I can control exactly how far my gap is. easy to do slides because I'm controlling exactly. I have this anchor point. I'm not free floating, and I'm not changing the way I'm holding the harp either. I can slide if I want. I can slap. I can graze it. I feel like I have a lot of control. Well, anyways, just play around with this. Try playing from a rested position. You may find, and everybody's anatomy is different, everybody's hands are different. You may find you get better results from a rested position and having more control. Well, that's going to be all for this technique tutorial. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. I love you. Keep your harps clean, keep them dry, keep them oiled. Play the harps that make you happy, and more importantly, play the harps you're not good at. To build techniques, I don't play harps that I'm good at all the time. I play the harps that I'm the worst at, because if I'm bad on a harp, if my technique's lacking on a certain style of harp, I have more growth that I can do there. And once I work my techniques on those harps that I'm a poor player at, I found that those techniques translate to all the harps. I found that playing wooden harps really helps my playing of metal and brass harps. And I'm a rambler. I'm rambling. I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Harp out.